nice mummy. This is cat. We are going to transport the mummy to the hospital in order to do a CT scan.
It's been a year since Alejandro last saw Shamai.
All right, let's see who pops up. All right, gonna like. Mandy Lee, welcome on in. You're the first one here. I just want to give everybody a little update on what's going on with the mail stuff. So I'm gonna let some people come on in. I got a couple people who need to jump up and send me their emails. Rocca, what's going on? How you doing? Kyle, Ron Spencer, how you doing? I went through all my emails. I went through all my text messages. I got everybody's names written down, but I'm missing a couple. I'm missing Emerald Coast, and that one has a pour with it. And I'm missing Queen Nessie. You know, you all got prizes coming to you, but you need to email me and send me your information. So if you know these people, you know, let them know. Shoot them a message. You know, you got 24 hours, and then I'm just gonna divvy it all up, and I'm just gonna throw it in everybody else's package. You know, we did this Sunday night. It's Tuesday, and I think you could have dropped me an email by now and said that you know you're claiming it. Give me your PO box or whatever you got to do. Hey, Glove, what's up? All right, now let me make you blue. Hey, Donna. I got you and Nick all set up. You're both gonna be going out in the same box. I'm gonna send it to you, and then you give it to Nick. I've been throwing in a little bit of things here and there. Oh, not a problem. I want everybody. I like everybody being blue. That way you can just come on in. You know, check out everybody's page. I actually hit like 590, you know, the other night, but now I'm down to like 589 or something like that. So I lost a few because Amina, what's going on, Lisa? Let's get you let's get you blue. Such a beautiful girl. But I got your package all set up. I got everybody's stuff written down. I got everybody's addresses. I went down and I picked up some small packages today. I got a bunch of boxes here. So I went down and I had to pick up some tape. You know, I had to pick up a bunch of other stuff. Then I went to the Family Dollar store and it cost me like $48 just for, you know, small packaging stuff. Because the envelopes that I got there, you know, are basically just going to be for chips and stuff like that. You know, nothing silver. The other ones I got to go down. I got a bunch of boxes here that I can use. So I'm going to try to use those up. And then I'm going to go get some like flat rate boxes at the shipping place. What's up, Nick? How's everybody doing today? Now, I'm not going to make a big to-do about everything here, but I just wanted to come up here and, Emerald Coast, he has the alien pour head, you know, along with the one of the packages. You know, that was the one package that I put a pour in. I still haven't heard from Emerald, so you need to email me. And then there was this Queen Nessie, who I'm not sure who that is, but you got a package too, so you need to email me, Cartier Silver 9 at gmail.com. That's all you gotta do is give me your address. And I went in and where's Chew at? Oh, there it is. That's for Chew. And I put Chews in the tumbler today. Cleaned it all up. And I got a stamp on the back. It's kind of hard to see. CS. And then up the top, I got the weight. And I just put 3 ounce. It came out to 3.05. So I just threw 3 ounce up there. And the CS is right there if you can see it. But I just got that out of the tumbler. So I wanted to tumble it before I sent it out. Make it look pretty. I'll see you, Omega. How you doing, buddy? But hey Jeff, how you doing, buddy? West Texas, how you doing? Mandy's Candies. Welcome on in, everybody. Appreciate you. You know, I really appreciate Sunday night. You know, a lot of people came out Sunday night. I know it was a giveaway, and I was giving away a lot of stuff, but Rick B, hey buddy. But it was nice to see that y'all came out and supported me. But like I said, Emerald Coast and Queen Nessie, you both need to email me. It's right there on the wall, cartiersilver9 at gmail.com. If you know them or have contact with them, you know, let them know. You got 24 hours from now. You got 24 hours. It's already been since Sunday. This is Tuesday. So you need to get up and get on it, or I'm going to divvy it up and I'm going to ship it out to whoever. You know, I'm just going to start throwing stuff in bags. I want to get this stuff out. That's all right. I do that all the time. Sometimes you're stuck at work and you can just jump in and listen. So is everybody having a good Tuesday? Good Jesus and Silver. Let's go check you out. Channel activity. 19 years ago, 75 subscribers. Oh, hell yeah. You can come on in. We're going to make you blue. All right, you're blue, Jesus. Dale M. Let's see what you got going on. Channel activity. 3 years ago, 25 subscribers. Yeah, you'll work. As long as I know you're real. You just joined like 5 seconds ago. I want you all to be blue. That way you can all check each other out, have a good time, sub each other up. And most importantly, you know, sub me up. Come on. I'm almost to 600. Let's do this shit. Omega, you're snagging this stuff up. You're going crazy with your subs. Everybody likes you. But I need to thank Humble Stacker, you know, for running the show for me and doing the wheel and doing all that stuff. You know, that's my brother. He's part of the mob. Well, there you go. That's the whole point. Just spent 3 months, 3 minutes subscribing to everybody. Make sure that you go and you like one of their videos or leave a comment or something because it doesn't stick. I mean, I was over 590 the other day after the go on Sunday, and now I'm down to like 589 or 588. I don't know, somewhere in that area. But you gotta go and comment. You gotta comment. You gotta give a like on one of their things. That way it sticks. Because if not, YouTube will just pull it. If you're not showing an interest in the channel, they just drop it. Yeah, YouTube is a different animal. I was talking to Goomba Gary earlier. He did a little live feed, and we were talking with some other people, and they were talking about all the stuff that you can't do this, you can't do that. Goomba got written up because he touched one of his guns one time. It's like it's okay to point at it, talk about it, but you can not physically touch it with your fingers. And it's like it's weird. I mean, it's crazy. Well, Donnie, you're awesome people. You're good people. Let's check out Dutch Murphy here. All right, 9 years ago, 11 subscribers. Yeah, you work. Let's smurf you up, make you blue. Now Dutch, you can go out there and check everybody out, sub everybody up. And like I said, make sure you like on one of their comments or one of their videos. Do something. Leave a comment. That way it sticks. Yeah, we were talking about that. Shroom got wrote up for a bunch of different stuff. I was like, yeah, dude, you got to be careful, because he was talking about the shrooms, that he picked, and what kind of medicinal purposes they had, and they hit him with a whole list of freaking charges about, oh, you're giving undocumented medical advice, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's like, man. And Guba told him, he says, just put up a disclaimer first and say, this is my personal opinion. I am not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not this. I'm not that. So you got to be careful with YouTube. They got some crazy people behind those screens that just look for stuff. Yeah, Dutch Murphy, you're blue. I can see you blue. War, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, they get crazy with the pew pews, Texas. Yeah, I don't know who watches all this crap. Whether it's you know woke liberals or what. I don't know, but they're always looking for something to nail you with. I got nailed a couple times for just copyrights because I had music going in the background, but it was a YouTube mix, so they wound up dropping it. I mean, the only one who complained was Kid Rock, because it was Kid Rock, Toby Keith, and Jimmy Buffett. So those two didn't complain, and if you know, you know. It's kind of funny. I don't. They're not going to complain. Families might or whatever, but nobody complained. Kid Rock was the only one that complained. I don't even remember what the songs were. It was just a YouTube mix that I played in the background when I was doing something. I don't remember what it was. Maybe I think I was making a sandcast. I was showing everybody how to do a sandcast, and I just had it in the background on one of my old phones, and they nailed me for it. They shut the video down for like 30 days. And I argued it. I said, look, this was your YouTube mix. I said, this was public. So they dropped it. Yeah, somebody complained. I don't know who. And I'm sure it wasn't Kid Rock himself. It's probably he's got a swarm of people who protect him. But they hit me with that copyright crap. And they can't do that if it's public. That way if you just play the radio in the background, as long as once in a while they come up and they give the radio, the broadcast lettering, how they do in the station. As long as you get that in the background, they can't say shit. It's public. I wasn't playing CDs. I wasn't playing nothing else like that. It was a YouTube mix. I played it, and they just gave me crap about it. That's about the only time I've ever gotten hit. I'm pretty cool. I don't try to push the envelope or nothing like that. It's gonna be a little bit of a question when I start pouring something like this. We'll see what happens when that happens. But I got to do those for John. I know Capital Currency had all kinds of trouble when he was doing, his little pew pew stuff. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I love asparagus. Got to do asparagus bacon wrapped on the grill. Can't beat it. I had some scalloped potatoes today. I bought them from the store, and I cut up a nice chunk of ham, and I added it to it, and I baked it in the oven. Came out nice. Came out good. It was like one of those frozen boxes thing. From Publix, but it still came out nice. Potatoes were a little squishy, but you still got some good chunks in there. Yeah, it's hard for me to do a lot of regular recipes. I mean, I can do it. I can cook like a freaking you wouldn't believe. I mean, I can cook anything, but it's the time zone. It's the my hours that I work. It's my roommate works at Publix as well, and she usually does more morning shift, and I do the night shift. So when I come home, I mean, she's already in bed at like 7 o'clock, and I come home at 11. So like, I don't want to, jack up the whole kitchen and get everything going. So I try to cook on my days off and just like make plates, so I can eat through the week. I don't try to go crazy. I'm gonna do some spaghetti tomorrow. I gotta stop and I gotta pick up a pepper. I got onion. I got some nice bison meat. I'm gonna put in there. And I might do it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do spaghetti or if I'm gonna do elbows and make it like a goulash. So I haven't figured that out. I got to see what I got in there for pasta. I keep all my pasta in the fridge. I don't like those little pasta bugs that grow up when you leave all your stuff in a pantry somewhere. You put it in the fridge, it's a lot better. So once again, everybody, please, if you know Emerald Coast, he's got a pour in his package, and Queen Nessie, she has a package coming as well. You got 24 hours from now to send me an email. No, this is Tuesday. We had our giveaway on Sunday night, 5 o'clock. So you've had plenty of time to email me, and it's right there. You can't miss it. Cartier Silver 9 at gmail.com. Plain and simple. Email me, you get your prize. Otherwise, I'm going to bust them apart and I'm going to just shove it into everybody else's bag and I'm going to send them out because I want all this stuff out by the end of the week. I got everybody separated. I got everybody's addresses written down. I've gone through the emails. I've gone through my text messages. Yeah, Jeff, my ass. I know who Emerald is. He's just being lazy. I don't care for vodka sauce. I really don't. I think it's overrated. No, the people hear vodka sauce like it's supposed to be something special. You can't even taste it to begin with. I usually start with just a plain jar of sauce, and then I add my own garlic. I add my own, bay leaves, my basil, my oregano, I parsley. I add all that stuff by myself, and then I cut it up, the onions and the peppers, and put all that in there. I think I'm probably gonna pick up, I got like a pound of bison, so I'm probably gonna pick up a few links of Italian sausage. Throw that in there as well. If you split up the ones that don't respond, I would love that alien pour. All right, Donna, we can work on that. Oh, Jeff, you're always making eggplant. Jeff loves that freaking eggplant stuff. He was always cooking eggplant somewhere. Yeah, and I actually have another package here. I don't know where the hell I put it. It's under my desk here somewhere. But I have another package. I might have thrown it in the box. But I have another package that was never given away. It's the number 12 package. So I got a whole package that I missed. I must have pulled it out of the box and thrown it on the bed, with all the ones that I signed. So I probably pulled it out accidentally and threw it on the bed. So I've got a whole entire package here that has never even been claimed. There it is, number 12. Ain't no name on that one. So I'm going to have to split that up, send it out to somebody. What do we got there? 1979, 1980. We have the Wyoming. We have the nickels. There's a couple of envelopes of nickels in there. I think everybody got like 2 or 3 packages of envelopes of nickels. But this one I'm going to have to break up. Either that or I'm going to save it, but I'd rather break it up and give it to you guys. Richard Metcalf, what's going on? Let's check you out. You are. How come it's not letting me check out your channel? Alright, it's not letting me check out your channel. Anybody vouch for Richard Metcalf? Anybody out there know him? I'm clicking on him, but it won't let me go to his channel. So we're gonna have to wait till somebody, says you're good. Oh no, huh? Lisa, I got plenty of treasures. Don't worry. This is stuff that I've been saving up for a long time. Remote viewer, you're not even blue yet. How are you gonna vouch for somebody? All right, you're 1.97K. Yeah, okay, I got you. Let's make you blue. All right, Richard, you're blue. William, you were just on the channel the other night. You got a prize coming, so we can add you as a moderator too. Make you blue, smurf you up. All right, Richard Metcalf, we're gonna make you blue as well because you've been vouched for. Anybody else out there, man? I'm missing scrap metal. What's going on? Well, I like everybody being blue. You all get to check each other out. You know, sub to each other's channels. Pang, what's going on? I got you a nice little package going out too. Got everybody in the box. I got everybody written down, everybody's addresses. I've gone through everybody, and I'm missing two. I'm missing Emerald Coast. He has that alien head pour, and I got Queen Nessie. I'm assuming it's female, but you're missing two. SG. Holy crap! Why aren't you blue? Well, probably because I don't go live very much as more. We're gonna make you blue. But yeah, I don't do as many lives as I used to do. Yeah, it's good to go blue. I want everybody blue. But I got my whole box sitting here for everybody. Y'all in there, y'all numbered. Mike Shiles. We got Pang. There's Pang. We got Jeffrey Button. We got Chew. I just pulled out of the tumbler. I just pulled the ship out of the tumbler, and I was able to do my CS on the back, and it's kind of light, but it's there. Crafty Stacker. This is Queen Nessie. I don't know where that one's going. And then we have the one that I haven't given away yet, number 12. Maybe I'll do that today. Who knows? Somehow number 12 got stuck aside, but we got Bear, we got Armenia, Lisa, Avocado. Avocado, that was funny as hell this morning. He sent me email with his real name. He's like, "Oh, I won the big prize." I'm like, "Who the hell are you?" I said, he said, "Oh, I probably should have told you I was Avocado." I said, "Yeah, that would have helped." Well, we got Chew. You're all in there. Don't worry. Everybody's got chips. Everybody's got stickers. Mandy's Candies. Everybody's got chips. Everybody got stickers. Mandy got one of the CS pours. She won that. Emerald Coast, there you are. What the hell, dude? You need to send me an email. Cartier Silver at 9gmail.com. I need to get your mailing info. I'm going to break your package apart and give it away. Where are you at? I think I got you. Where are you? Queen? Media. I got you in here somewhere. There. Cause you got the actual pour. Texas Ranger, Jeffrey, Pang, Mike, Catcom. Catcom did good too. It's in here somewhere. Donna. You're all in here. But yeah, Emerald, you need to send me your email. Renee May, John, what's going on? You need to send me your email so I can give me your P.O. box or somewhere I can send this stuff. Where the hell did I put you? Emerald Coast right there. You've got the alien head. See, you can see it right there. Alien head is taped to the back of this. So Emerald, make sure you send me an email. Cartier Silver 9@gmail.com. So the only one I'm going to have left is this Queen person, Queen Nessie. So we can check off Emerald as long as he sends me, his info. Blisterhead, what's going on? So all I need is Queen Nessie now. I don't know who that is. It's not familiar to me, but if you're part of the community, you're more than welcome. Yeah, I threw in a little bit of everything that I had left. I don't have much left as far as little trinkets. So I'm thinking about throwing a dime into everybody's bag too. So you might expect a little something extra. All right, CW. I'm glad you took the time to show up on your break. Appreciate that. Man, we got 24 people here. Yeah, get her the message. No, I don't want her to go. I don't want her to lose it. I mean, I think it was pretty simple to tell everybody. Email me at the end of the night. That was Sunday night. It's Tuesday now, so if I don't get an email in the next 24 hours, I'm gonna break everything up and send it out to. I'm just gonna start throwing it in the bags. Oh, John, you had a storm there last night? Queen Nessie, there you are. Welcome. Let's make you blue. All right, Queen. It's right there on the wall. Cartier Silver 9@gmail.com. Make sure you send me your P.O. box or whatever it might be so we can get you your package sent out. Otherwise, I was going to give it away. Teresa, all right, I know you. Let's make you a moderator. You're blue too. But I want to say thank you to every single one of you, for coming in, Sunday night. We had a big show. I mean, some of that feed was going crazy sometimes. I appreciate it. It's like, holy crap, where did everybody come from? Oh, you lived down here in Florida at one time? Where was it at, John? Yeah, 500 subs was it was a hard number to hit. I don't know why it took so long, but it did. But finally got there. So I'm happy with that. And I was up to like 590. My candle's about dead. I got to go buy some new candles tomorrow. I was up to like 590 something. And then, because somebody didn't like or comment on one of the posts and make it stick, they disappear. That's why I always tell you, if you're going to sub somebody up, Lord Shadow, I know you. Come on. We're going to make you blue. It's all right. We all can't be at everybody's stuff. Shit happens. That's just the way it is. You know how many gauze that I've missed because I had to work or I had to do something else, and it's like, read Queen's message. What did she say? All right, let's go back. I thought you were sending it to Humble to put with his package. Oh, I can do that. Was that one of the things? All right, I'll make sure I'll send it to Humble. All right, I got you. I got you. All right, that works. I'll make sure that you go to Humble, and then he can distribute it to you. I know I'm doing the same thing with Donna and Nick. Let me write that down. Send to Humble. Because Donna and Nick are doing the same thing. Because they're so close together. All right. That's good. Now I just got the problem of this one package that I never gave away. So what are we going to do about that little package? I think we need to give it away. I think I'm going to take my little magic pad here. I'm going to write down a number. No, I ain't going to keep it for another milestone. I planned on giving it away. It just kind of got missed in the mix. All right, so go 1 to 50. And don't start yet. Don't start yet. I'll tell you when to start. Let me write the number first. Let's see. All right, I got my number written. Hold on 1 second. Let me get it on the back half of this. All right, so my number is on the back half of this. You can see the paper. All right. All right, let's go for it. 1 to 50 without going over. Closest wins. Hit it. I ain't seen it yet. Okay, let's go back. Up, up, up. Stop, stop, stop. Blistering barnacles, 38. You all agree with me on that? Everybody in agreement? Let me write you down here. I probably spelt it wrong, but I know what it means. All right, blistering barnacles, it's yours. Cartier Silver 9 at gmail.com. Make sure I get your info, and I'll throw that in the pack with everybody else. All right, I need to go back here because I recognize a name that hasn't been blue. Argent, there you go. As a moderator, there you go. You're blue, brother. Oh, I can send that to Queen Nessie too. Well, hers is going to Humble. I guess he's supposed to send it to her. But just send me your info. Make sure you just send me your info anyway, and we'll figure it all out in the wash. All right, send it to Humble. All right, let me write you down here. Send to Humble. Well, that'll kind of work out good because Blue Collar had sent like a $20 gift thing to Humble during the chat about helping me out with mail. So that'll work out for him. He can just use that to make sure that Queen Nessie and Blistering Barnacles get their package. No, Blistering didn't win anything on here. Today was his first win. He didn't win on Sunday. I'd remember the name. I had a few cocktails, but I'd remember the name. All right, awesome. That takes care of that last package. Oh, you won one of your gauze. Well, that's different. Humble, what's going on, brother? How you doing? So, Humble Queen Nessie and Blistering Barnacles want me to send you their package. You're good with that, right? I appreciate you coming in. It's always nice to see you show up, brother. All right, they'll be sent to you. Oh, you have to send something across the pond? Ouch. All right, Kalilo, you are blue. We're just sitting here chatting. I had a couple packages that I was worried about. I didn't get any info on, so we're all good now. I got everybody's info. I know where to send it, so we're good. So good to see y'all come on in. Appreciate that. I wasn't gonna make a big deal about today. I'm not trying to do like a major live or nothing like that. I just wanted to come up. I was hoping that I would be able to contact people here in the feed and say, hey, I need so and so's info, and that way y'all could help me. But we got it. We got it. You did it. So everybody's info is here. And the one package that I didn't give away, I just gave away. So, nah, I am not a big deal. I'm really not. I'm a simple person. A lot simpler than most people realize. I do what I like. Yep, mission accomplished. Yeah, that's why I wanted to come in here. Because remote, this is a big tight family. I didn't really recognize Queen, but I know somebody out there would. So I throw it out there to my people, and they're gonna say, "Hey, you got a package. What are we gonna do?" So all my stuff is ready to go. I got tons of boxes here. I gotta get those all packaged up. I bought a bunch of regular envelopes. Just bubble wraps like this because I got a lot of people who want just like want chips and stickers. So the chips, but everybody here that won, you got chips and stickers in your bag. But for the other people who didn't win anything that have already asked for chips and stickers, I was waiting for this GAW so I can just do everything all at once. So your chips and stickers will come in something like this. So I picked up a bunch of those today. Everybody else will probably have a tracking number on your package because I'm going to use like either flat rate box or a regular box, and I always put tracking on something that is silver. So it'll all work out. It'll all work out. Give me a week or so. I spent all afternoon just writing down addresses off of my email and my text messages. I went down and I bought a couple of these nice little logs. So I'm gonna make an actual address book out of one of these because I'm basically using a bunch of shitty paper right now. I'm not gonna show it to you because it's got everybody's addresses on it. I don't do that. No, and even when I'm done filling out my address book will go in my safe, so nobody can see anybody's address. I keep everybody private. If somebody asks me for an address or asks me for contacts, I always contact the person beforehand and say, "Hey, do you want me to release your information?" I don't give out anybody's info at all, and I keep all your information very private. This one is actually about ready to die. It's a cinnamon whiskey. It's a village candle. She's about ready to die. These suckers are about 18 bucks a piece. But I always have a candle on my desk. Yeah, and yes, it does. It smells very nice. All right, Jeff's looking to hit 1,000, so go hit him up. Make sure you got him. You got him. Logged in there. Make sure you like and make a comment on one of his videos. Jeff, I kept one of the aliens. I had to. You gave me the shot glass, so I got one of the aliens. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with him. Maybe I'll have him holding a peace dollar or something. I don't know what yet, but I'll figure it out. SkyQuest, what's going on? We got to make you blue. Yeah, my roommate Christina, she does candles. I usually save all my wax. I when I get down to nothing, I'll start pouring wax into one of these, one of my old candles, and give it to her when it's full. And she takes them, she melts it down, re-wicks it, does all that good shit. Which reminds me, she owes me some candles. I'm giving her a lot of wax, and I ain't had a candle back for a long time. This one's about ready to go. I think those wicks have about had it. Maybe it was because I moved it, but yeah, that's about dead. So that's going to have to get poured into here. And I'll pull those little things out. The little, got like little metal tabs on the bottom. Yeah, it's dead. Oh, don't fall in there. Pull those out. You don't want to leave those in there. You burn down a candle, pull those things out. They got like a little metal bottom on them that are stuck to the bottom of the glass. So there's another one down the tubes. I have to go pick up another one tomorrow. I'll save this for the next one. I got like, I don't know, I got like 5 or 6 candle things underneath my desk. Just to pour, old wax in. All right, Lord Shadow, you have a great night, man. Appreciate you coming by. Oh, damn it. All right, I did a tumbled shoes, ship ship piece. I got that all looking good. I punched it. So tomorrow I'm going to work on Crawdaddies. He wants this baby bad. So I gotta do some trimming up. I gotta do some cleaning up. Throw it in the tumbler. So this would be tomorrow's project. I got a whole plate of pours that I've done that I haven't cleaned up yet. So I'm gonna use my vacation time to get some of this stuff straightened out. But he's wanting that bad boy. Yeah, well, the thing with you can't really use a wax seal. You have to use this like plastic stuff because I'm in the state of Florida, and if you put a wax seal on something, it's just going to melt all over the place. But I have a stamp. I have my big Cartier Silver stamp that I can use to. I've done it. This is. I actually did it into a piece of clay one time. That's my big actual stamp that I use for like doing big bars and stuff like that. And then I have another one that's just the CS. It's smaller, but I can do this on wax easy. It's out in the garage, so I'm not gonna go that route right now. Otherwise, I could show you. Crafty Stackers, how you doing? Welcome on in. Yeah, I believe you do, Jeff. Yeah, I've done it a couple times, but it doesn't seem to last. Um, I know Liberty. He uses this kind of like a half of wax, half of I don't know what it is, but you can see one on my wall here. I'm not sure if this one is from Ginger, but I got Liberties up here. Uh-oh. Pulled out my little push pin up there, but this is like it's not a real wax. It's like a candle thing that's like half wax and half something else. That way it doesn't melt when it goes through the mail. But that's Liberty's stamp that he's got. But I could do that with my big, Cartier Silver stamp. I just need to find out, where those little things are, what what these are actually made of. It's like partial wax. You light it like a candle, and you just let it drip off. And I've watched Liberty do it, several times. So I'll figure it out. What's the bar in front of you on the right? The bar in front of me on the right. What are you talking about? All right, give me a little bit more, Queen Nessie. You talking about the shark? Because I don't have any bars over here. I have a bunch of stickers. Seven stacks. What's going on? Hey, I got you written down for chips and stickers. Don't worry about it. Along from the alien. Are you talking about this? You talking about that one? It's a copper bar. this the one you're talking about, or is that something else that you see? Oh, this one? Oh, yeah. Ain't that a pretty little piece? That was a gift. Always keep that on my desk. Yeah, if you want to do a channel chip swap, not a problem. Right there on the wall. Cartier Silver, gmail.com. All you got to do is send it to me. Send me your info. We can swap out. I got a few left. Oh, I'm having a brain fart right now. I'm trying to remember. It's not working. Oh, hidden. Now you show up. It's time for a little something, something. I already gave away another little something, something. All right. Now I got it. Now I got it. Mandy Lee Rain sent that to me. It took me a minute. I'm sorry. I'm getting old. It's hard for me to remember sometimes. That was from Mandy Lee Rain. Beautiful little piece. I love it. 5 out. Sorry, hon. I can't forget you. Just takes me a minute sometimes. Space Miner, what's going on? Welcome in. Well, Dutch Murphy, what are you looking for? Everything's got a price on it. Space Miner's cool as hell. Dutch Murphy, where are you at? All right, Kalilo, I got you. I saw the notification. I'm on my phone right now, so I'm not going to check it, but I got you. Netherlands. Oh, I used to work with a kid who came from the Netherlands. He came over here for school. Big, tall, blonde dude. You're probably a big, tall, blonde dude too, right? A lot of blondes in the Netherlands. Your channel's got a few something somethings. Yeah, Dutch. Like I said, my email's right there. We can talk. I can show you some pictures. If you're interested in something. Shipping would absolutely freaking suck, but I mean, we could work it out. I'm sure I could come up with something, a little something, something. Rudy Rude Boy. Let's check out you. 19 years ago? Oh, yeah. We can make you blue. You're a real person. You're blue, Rudy. It was funny hidden because I used to always see you come up on the feeds and different channels and stuff like that, and you're always talking about a little something something. And it took me a while to realize that I keep saying, "Oh, I got a little something something. I got a little something something." It's like, oh shit, that's where he got that from. Hey, Rudy, I just making sure you're a real person, making sure you got a channel that's been around for a while. Some jackass who just showed up in 5 minutes looking to start some crap. You'd be surprised the amount of people who do that. There's a lot of trolls out there. Just gotta make sure you're real. I don't do trolls. And all of you who are blue can destroy a troll in a second. Yeah, it said 19 years. Not a lot of subscribers, but that's okay. OC Stacker has very few subscribers on his channel, and we all know him. He doesn't do feeds, he doesn't do anything like that, but he's got a channel. Oh, there's no problem with that. Hell, I think I had my YouTube channel for probably about a year before I even did anything with it. I just got tired of being, like X5Y7973. I was like, no, I want a name. And I gotta tell you guys out there, Miss Amina, she got a pretty picture. I'm probably old enough to be your daddy, but if you younger guys out there, that's a pretty lady right there. Yeah, we had an awesome crowd. I was very surprised on how many people popped up. It probably didn't hurt that I was on Humble's channel. He always has a good following. If I was to sell the peanut, how much would I want for it? I don't know. I'd have to find out what the weight is, but I could give it to you. Pretty much almost at cost. I mean, because it didn't take a lot of cleanup. Let me check it out. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'll be right back. I'll be right there. Let me crack a code. All right, so the peanut needs a little bit of cleanup. I got a couple lines on it I need to take care of. I've got where the mold was split, and that needs to be ground down. There's a little piece on this side. Those need to come down. Where are we at on weight? That is 1.72. Can't really move a scale around because it fucks it up, but I think you can see that there. 1.72. Yeah, I've also got an acorn. I pour a lot of weird stuff. It's like, oh, I think that'd be cool. And this was actually from a peanut. I was making boiled peanuts one night. I was like, you know what? Let me cast that little sucker. I think it would be cool. So that's 1.7. Jeff, you never claimed your nut. Yeah, I got a whole tray of stuff in my. My ass is 40% silver, so nuts got to be silver too. I got a whole tray of pours in there that I haven't even cleaned up yet. And I got some more stuff I need to pour this week. Like I said, I gotta do the little something here for John, and he's sending me, one of those eagle bars. No, with the actual eagle with its wings out that Humble has on his table. John found one, so he's already got those on their way to me. Yeah, the Sword and the Stone. I still haven't finished that. I mean, when it comes to my customers wanting something, they come first, and all my shit just sits in a freaking plate until I get the extra time to go in there and clean it. Let me grab my plate. This isn't all of it. I don't know where the rest is. I think some of them I've already finished up. I got the map of the United States. I did that. I got the map of the state of Florida that I did with the Egyptian cross, all in one shot. I still need to cut that apart, clean it up. But there's Florida. That was a 3D one from FG. Here's your Sword and the Stone that you've been talking about. Now, one day I will finish. I got up, somewhere about this side. I haven't finished it yet. I got to get all this slag off here, but I'm getting there. It's just like I said, it's a matter of having time to be able to do it. I got a nice little acorn. Obviously, the top needs to be put into a little tiny nub. I got this key that I poured a long time ago. This is from number 25. I found this over here. See it right there? I found this in an antique shop. Oh, it's still got dirt in it. I found this in an antique shop, and I don't know what it was for. Maybe it was cell number 25. I have no idea, but I poured it. I just still haven't cleaned it. I think that's about it. I think I've got a couple more in there somewhere, but hopefully this week I get to all this stuff, and get it straightened out. I'm really bad for like pouring stuff and then just letting it sit because cleaning silver pours is not easy. It burns up tools really quick. You know, it's such a soft metal and it gets hot so quick that it clogs up. Your burn bits. Your bits that you use to clean it up, even on a Dremel. So it can be quite the pain in the ass. But I'm still doing it. I always keep them here, and once in a while I get on them. Like I said, I gotta hit on this one tomorrow. Crawdaddy was asking me. He sent me another email. He's like, I want it. He says, get it cleaned up. It's like, all right. So that'll be tomorrow's project, and I got to at least cut these apart. Get these cleaned up because I know I can. I know somebody who I can get that. You know, sold to in a heartbeat because he's into Egypt too. But the sword and the stone is kind of like that's my baby right there. I got the garnets that I'm gonna put in there. On the top and the bottom here. I'm gonna have it all. I'm gonna do multi parts of toning, so the rock will be nice and black. The sword will stay nice and clean, nice bright silver. The hilt here will probably be like more of a goldish, and then I'll have this here like a dark, and I'll probably have this here on the top, more of a goldish color. It all depends on how many seconds you leave like liver sulfur on something. You got to tape it up. You got to. It's a process, and then they got to drill holes and you know super glue some garnets in there. But it's a sweet piece. I wanted to do this for a long time. I'm kind of ashamed of myself that I haven't even finished it yet. This has been a long time coming for that one. But I got all kinds of shit going on all the time. No, you ain't pulling that sword out. No, actually, I think I got it right here. Here's the stone. That's the stone that I use for the mold. If I don't freaking drop it on myself. And somewhere in here is a sword. Voila. There's your sword. This was done by FG as well. So I kind of did a two-piece mold. I did this part here first. Doubled it up. Did the front half and the back half, and then I laid the sword, in between, and repacked everything so it actually looks like the sword is coming out of the stone. You can see, here where you got the little split runs all the way down. All that stuff needs to be cleaned up. You got the same thing here. Mustard and biscuits, what's going on? Hey, I got your email. I hollered back at you, but yeah, I'd love to check out some of your 3D work. Well, I'm glad you like it, Nick. Did you ever make a backing for it? No, because we had talked about making like a little wood backing, so it would look like a mounted head on the wall. It miniaturized, but yeah, I saw some of your 3D work on Pang's channel, and you got some sweet stuff. Looks nice and clean. That's all right, Nick. Not a problem. I was gonna do it, but it took me so long to get it to you. I just wanted to get it to you. All right, Block Blocka is doing this coin sale every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You all go check it out. Block's got some good stuff. Man, I so need to go through my desk and freaking reorganize all this crap. I got so much crap I can throw away. Oh, Nick, I'm happy that you love it. That was a fun pour to do too. When we cut the head off of that thing, I still got the body sitting here somewhere, I think. In one of my messy drawers. There it is. Remember that video? The chainsaw. Took the head right off that bear. Man, I could probably do something with the feet too. Maybe chop off a foot. I might be able to use those for something. I'm so glad to see all y'all come in here. And I'm so glad that I got all these packages figured out. Had a couple that were missing. Now I know where they're going. So that's awesome. Right? Send one to Littlefoot. Oh, that's just a nice little copper piece. That was sent to me as a gift. And fuck, I'm gonna forget the name again. I just said it a few minutes ago. I got like 3 people in mind. Give me a second. I'll come up with it. Oh shit. Immediately rain. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you very much for helping me. My freaking mind is going, dude. I'm telling you. I just said this thing. I just said her name about 5 minutes ago, going through this. I can remember being washed in my freaking, kitchen sink as a child, but I can't remember what I did freaking 5 minutes ago. Fucking getting old sucks. Yeah, it happens. It happens too often now. Maybe I gotta go get me some of them brain pills. I started actually taking old man vitamins. One of days with all the good stuff in there. Yeah, Mandy Lee Rain is a little. She's a little sweetheart. She's cute. But probably once again, I'm old enough to be her dad, and I think she's married anyway. I think Humble told me that she was married. Yeah, I've only been taking these vitamins for about 3 days, so it's going to take a while. They usually have to build up in your system. Either that, or I'm going to have to go buy some Boost or something. But I mean, I don't get the vitamins that I need in my diet because of my work. We talked about that earlier about my roommate. We both work at the same place, but she's like morning shift. I'm like night shift. So by the time I come home, she's in bed by 7 o'clock because she's got to get up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So I don't want to be out there cooking, in the middle of the night. So I try to cook on my days off, and just like make little Tupperware packages that I can just heat up in the microwave real quick. So I don't really get to eat a whole lot of good veggies and stuff like that. I used to love Flintstone chewables. They were awesome. Yeah, well, American food, Dutch. No, I make my own food. I make my food from scratch. I don't go buy garbage out of the store full of all the chemicals. I mean, when I cook, I cook. I cook from scratch. But I am guilty of. I will definitely hit a can of spaghetti and meatballs or a can of spaghettios and meatballs. You know, on a drunken night when it's late and I don't want to cook. So I am guilty of that. But yeah, Doritos are delicious. Oh, Emma Coast, want to try something really good? Take Doritos, crush them up, and turn them into a powder, and then use them as a breading. Put them over pork chops. Just take your pork chop, get it wet, throw it in a sandwich bag with all the busted up Doritos, get it nice and covered, stick it in the oven. Just let it bake. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, our bread doesn't last long. Unless you get Wonder Bread or something like that. You're gonna have to try it. Just get a bag of Doritos, take a bunch of them, throw it in a big old Ziploc bag, crush them down, hit them with a roller, get them into like a powder, and then just throw some wet pork chops in there. Rinse them off in the sink, get the blood off, keep them wet, keep them damp, throw them in the bag, shake them all up. It's like a shake and bake. And then just put them on a tray, stick them in the oven. I don't care for panko. I'd rather make my own. Try it. It's awesome. And depending on your heat that you like, I mean, they got those fiery nachos, the fiery ones. You can if it all depends on what you like. I mean, I use just the plain Doritos. I think the fiery ones were a little bit too much for me because it just seems like all they're doing is just coating this thing with cayenne pepper. Like, nah, I'm good. Oh yeah, dill pickle Doritos. There you go. That would be great with fish. I'd probably make a nice breading for fish. Well, let me know how it works out for you. I'd love to hear your comments. I've been watching this stuff on Egypt all day long. They got a whole thing going on. I love Egypt so much. It's one of those National Geographic things. Yeah, Don, if you keep them in your mouth long enough, they will dissolve. Trust me, honey, my teeth aren't the greatest either. I actually woke up this morning. I think one of my teeth went abscessed because my whole cheek was all puffed up all the way to my eye. It's going down now. And I took some aspirin and shit, but I don't have any pain. But I got a few broken up there. So I'm gonna ride it out, see what happens. I could wake up tomorrow looking like I'm ballooned. Who knows? Omega fat. Man, I used to do like cryptic quotes and all that kind of shit. I used to decipher, they used to have it in the newspaper. They would mix up all the letters and you do a cryptic quote on it. You have to figure out which one's what, which isn't that hard. I mean, you got one single letter. It's either going to be I or A. All right, so you start with that, and then you start with double letters. It's going to be double M, double P, double N. You go through all that, and you figure out what's what, and within a half hour you can figure out one of those cryptic quotes. It's not that bad. Yeah, I pretty much eat every. I can pretty much eat everything that I want. I mean, my front teeth are broke, but they still got the nubs there. So I mean, the only thing I don't try to do is corn on the cob, but I can eat it from my bottom teeth. If I use my bottom teeth to just roll it, I can do it that way. But I'll chew on a pork chop bone. I'll chew on a steak bone. I'll chew on rib bones. I still got plenty of teeth in there where I can work around it. But it's something I definitely think it's something I need to go get taken care of. Especially if it's going to start being abscessed and shit like that. I mean, because I have no pain. I don't know why, but I don't have any pain from it. So, but if it's, abscess can be, very detrimental to your health. An abscess tooth or an abscess can go, up into your sinuses, up into your brain. You got to be careful. So, I should at least go get them pulled. Oh, Dutch, don't believe. Trust me. If I wanted to, I probably could. I'll go get one of those cheapy veneer kits. And I'll have that done, and then I'll just pour it out of silver. Yeah, I know. Abscess poisons your whole bloodstream. That's the only thing I'm worried about because I feel like shit a lot. So maybe that's part of it. I need to at least go to the dentist and get some antibiotics. I gotta check with my roommate. She might have some. And somebody at work was saying they just got a whole bottle of antibiotics. I said, hold on to them. I said, they're always good. So I'll have to check around. Well, I've got dental at work. I just need to sign up for it. You know, I've got medical, I've got dental, but I don't have the computer skills to be able to go on there and figure out how the fuck they want me to. Because everything with my job, you have to go on your phone, go into their app, and do everything there. It's like you can't just go to the boss and say, hey, sign me up. They have to sit you down at a computer and do this and do that. And, you know, I don't even have, you know, I'm supposed to have everything on my phone so where I can look up my schedule, ask for time off, ask for days off. My boss couldn't even figure out how to hook up my phone. She tried. She couldn't figure it out. It's like, how the hell do you expect me to figure it out? I mean, you sit at a computer all day long. I'm Gen X. I'm 56 years old, and you expect me to freaking be able to figure out how to put your app and all your other crap on my phone? Are you kidding me? Well, if it's amoxicillin, you know, amoxicillin is just a plain old antibiotic. Our store actually gives them away free as long as as long as you have a prescription. And amoxicillin is basically for, you know, having tooth problems. Yeah, they can help you maybe. Yeah. I've been asking for 2 years for these people to freaking get my phone hooked up with their app, and they still haven't done it. They don't give a shit. Man, it took me walking around the store with a bag hanging out of my gallbladder for 6 months before they even got me on their medical insurance. Corporate doesn't care. Corporate does not give two shits about you whatsoever. Catcom, what's going on? I got your package all set up. Well, not all set up, but I got your bag ready. I got your stuff that I put in there for you. I went through everybody's emails and text messages and stuff like that. I got everybody written down. I went down to pick up some packages, you know, some shipping stuff today. So I want to get everything sent out before the end of the week. Catcom, I believe you did good too, didn't you? Didn't you get something really good? These. I got a whole box down here, so I'm trying to like dig through and find yours. Let me bring it up here. Mandy's, Blistering Barnacles, Emerald, Bang, Catcom. Catcom, what did you get? Oh, you got. I know you got a $50 in there, and you also got the 1/2 Grammy of gold. Catcom, you made out good. I knew you got something good. A little half Grammy in there. And then later on, we did the other giveaway. That's the $50. You got chips, you got stickers. Jeff, gave me aliens to give away and some candy stuff that he had. You got a Cartier Silver bottle opener. You got chips. You got stickers. Everybody got chips and stickers. Yeah, Catcom, you got the half ounce, well, the half gram of gold. Don't you remember? When I do a giveaway, I'm not freaking. I don't. I go big. No, that's me showing my appreciation to all of you for what you did, helping me to get there. I'd be nothing without you guys. And I just bought those too. I bought two half Grammys off of AP Live Auction Palooza. I bought two half Grammys and I gave one to you. Well, you won one. We go way back. Yeah, we do go way back. Yeah, my 1,000, you can guarantee you it's going to be even better than this one. And if you were at my 500, I gave away some good. I gave away some stuff. There's some money going out the door, and that's not counting the shipping and everything else. But I gave away some decent pours. This and that. Well, who's Southeast is doing a god tonight? What's he going to give away? Mercury Dime? No, I'm definitely far from a cheapskate. I'm a Cartier. Come on. Let's just say it. Let's just admit it. I've got champagne taste in the beer pocketbook. But when it comes to showing off, I'm going to freaking do it right. All right, Mo. Go take care of your fur babies. I'll probably be here for about another 15 minutes. And that'll make 2 hours. I don't plan on staying up here all night. I just wanted to come in, check with everybody, get my information out that I needed to a couple people that didn't have their information. So we got all that straightened out. So I'm good with all that. I've accomplished my goal today. And everything's going. I got everybody's address. Oh, I think we just had a hiccup there. Everybody still with me? Nah, Humble in Vegas ain't gonna be here tonight. Vegas hardly ever shows up. Once in a while. Humble was here before. He was at work, so he's got his own stuff to do. All right, everybody's still here. That's okay. I mean, I just had a little hiccup. I had a circle go across my screen and it says, "Oh, you're still live." So I just wanted to double check, make sure we're still good. All right, so I don't know really much what else I can bring to the table for you. 45 thumbs up. Rocka, I heard you're a redhead. Ha 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 ha. That's my kryptonite right there. Hey, Chew, what's going on? Welcome aboard. I tumbled your prize today. If I can find it. I got a whole box here. All right, I'm searching, searching, searching. Chew, there you are. Choo choo. I tumbled your piece today. Looks pretty. Got her in a tumbler. Hard to see, but you can see I got the sketch right there, and I put it as 3 ounce. It came out after the tumbler as 3.5, but you get the CS, you get the 3 ounce, and that's ready to go. It's in the bag. Y'all made out pretty good. I'm gonna tell you that. But like I said, I appreciate every single one of you for all the support that you've given me. I've been waiting for this 500 for a long time. I was up to like 590 or something like that, and a couple of them dropped off because they didn't like or comment, one of the videos or something like that, which is no big deal. That's why I waited till I was like till 5:30 to be like, yeah, I hit 500, because you're gonna lose some. And everybody comes in this, they get that excitement. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sub you up, I'm gonna sub you up, I'm gonna sub you up. Yeah, you get like 10, 15 subs, and then 10 of them drop off because they never went to your page or liked anything or commented. And YouTube just throws that shit out. But all you people, I mean, you've been here with me from the start. I appreciate every single one of you. That's why I did such a good gaw. Good God. What a go off. Oh, I appreciate that, blistering. But it went through all my. How's Vegas doing? I don't know. I haven't talked to Vegas in a while. But I went through all my emails and everything like that. I got everybody's info. I got everything set up. I even went down and bought, a couple special books so I can actually make an address book for everybody and get you logged in instead of just having you on a piece of paper and stuck in my notebook. So, and that will be kept in my safe. So nobody is going to ever have access to your information. I don't do that. I don't play that. Yeah, this has been a good just for a little pop up. I don't know how many people who have showed up. It'll probably show me later, but I'm just glad you're all here. Well, I appreciate that. No, it's not very often that I do lives, by myself. I'm usually with LBS or Humble or something like that. Because when we do the show, I let them take it because they're more interested, getting the hours for being, monetized and stuff like that. I lost like 1,000 hours because the year changed. So I was like 1,900 hours, and I needed another 3,300 hours or something like that to be monetized. And I'm really not that interested. I just want to come up here and have a good time, make some pours, sell some stuff to some friends, have a good time. I'm not up here to get rich. I'm just up here to have fun. Just keep sending me silver so I can pour some more stuff. You know, that's kind of how I am. These other guys want to be monetized and stuff like that, which is great. I mean, more power to them, but I just don't really care. So, I let Liberty and Humble run the channel all the time, for the Metal Mob, which is fine with me. So it's not very often that I come up here by myself and just, shoot the shit with everybody and have a good time. But, you know, when the mood hits, the mood hits. I don't care who's on. I don't care what's going on. I'll just come up and see who hangs out. Yeah, especially just sit around and bullshit. It could be anything. And it doesn't always have to be silver. It doesn't. I appreciate that, Donna. Down the road. I mean, I got such a crazy work schedule. It's really hard for me. You know, here today because I'm on vacation. I took the week off, so I'm on vacation. So it's easy for me to, but most of the time, at least 2 to 11. So it's hard for me to get to anybody else's show. It's hard to do anything else. So, but I got the opportunity this afternoon. I got choose pour, put it in the and got it all set up. It's like, oh, well, I want to show it off. So, do I want to make a video or short or live? I was like, screw it, I'll just go live. Uh, yeah, I'd need a lot of hours, Donna. See, that's the thing. If you don't get him within a year, Humble hits this shit every night. He's on there every night. God bless his heart. That man has worked for his monetization. That's for sure. And he's doing great. More power to him. I don't have that time. When I come home, I want to have a couple cocktails and go to sleep, watch a movie, try to eat something. But I think I'm going to have a few chips and stick. Well, I know I'm going to have plenty of stickers left because I bought a bunch of those. But if you want a chip or a sticker, I'll give them as long as they last. I mean, my stickers, that I don't have a problem with. I got a bunch of those. My chips are, I only bought like 50, but you want a sticker or you want a chip, just send me an email or send me a text message. We can get you set up. I got a bunch of people on a page already that I've written down. The people who I want to send to who already asked. So I'll accommodate y'all the best I can. I'm gonna have to order a new batch. That's for sure. I'll say, Nick, I love my movies. I am a movie watcher. I don't care about shows, but I love my movies, especially horror movies. I'm a horror movie buff. And I love documentaries. I've been sitting here watching this Egypt thing all day long. It's a big interest to me. Lisa out there throwing signs. All right, we're about 2 minutes as now. Oh, I would love to go to Egypt. The thing is, if I went to Egypt, I'd probably never come back. Same thing with Jerusalem. I would probably never come back. I would stay there forever. Even with all this shit going on, I would stay there. But we're at a 2 hour watch. I appreciate y'all from coming in here. You know, I'll probably see you later in one of the feeds. I'm probably gonna go eat and take out, and then pop up later. With some probably jump on Humble's channel for a little bit. He's always on. I love y'all. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming by. And thank you so much for my 500 GAW. I mean, watching that stream, it was just like crazy. It was like, holy crap. All these people are talking, 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 talking. It was hard to keep track. But y'all have a great night. I'll see you in a little while. Peace out, everybody. See ya.